Good morning, yogis. Anybody out there? Let's see. Good. Hi, Val. Nice to see you. Good morning. Good. All right, yogis. So if you're out there, I'm just kind of encouraging you to grab, if you have 2 blocks and or 2 books or some good cans of soup or stewed tomatoes, which are a little bigger cans usually. And they'll just be nice for some of the, we're going to do some standing hamstring stretches. And good morning, Kathy. Nice to have you. Let's see. Good morning, Teresa, Val, Suzanne. Nice to see you all. Good. So if you need to grab those things, also maybe a blanket or a towel to sit up on, you are welcome to have any of those props available to you. So just helpful to make yourself a little more comfortable and easeful into the poses. There's still effort, of course, but just, hi, Donna, just to help you feel a little bit more at ease. Good. Perfect. And I'm going to move to the back and let's do this. Good. All right. Welcome, yogis, yogis. Happy Friday. It's sunny till a little later, so it's nice to be able to get a little morning practice in. And today I did say, again, if you'd like to have, I have blocks, but cans of soup, some books, just we're going to do some standing hamstring stretches, working a little bit onto the hip flexors and the backs of the body into those hamstrings. So I'm sitting in Sukhasana, this cross-legged position, and I actually have 2 towels that I earlier used, and I'm going to sit up on one of them. You might sit up on 2. And we're going to start actually now bringing our soles of the feet together into Baddha Konasana. And just find your seat there. Yeah, just rock a little bit and kind of settle in. And just let the soles of the feet come together. And then just let the knees open. And you slide your hands. They can be on the knees. They can be on the shins. What I want you to find right off is just sitting a little taller. Yeah. And then just let the shoulders melt away from the ears. And just notice how you feel. These hands kind of, again, cupping the shins, the knees. It can always be the ankles. Wherever it is for you, I just want you to find that length in the spine, just coming into that right away. And then just let the shoulders melt down away from the ears. And that might be something that you continuously remind yourself to do, and I will always help remind you as well. And just notice the space, maybe into the inner thighs, the hips. You can always slide towels or blocks underneath the knees if they need a little extra support. Just notice the space, notice the sounds around you. Maybe someone off in the other room. I have the dogs. You can hear them just kind of chattering a little bit with their feet. And then just notice a little bit more the sensations of the heat, the temperature against your skin. And then notice for you the thoughts, maybe running around, coming back in and out of your mind, and just observe them. Notice maybe even what they're about, what the conversation is that your brain keeps wanting to have. Mine, especially in the beginning, just darts around to different conversations, trying to distract me. And see if you can let those thoughts, set them aside as much as possible, and just come into your body, into the body, the breath. And just notice now our physical body in this position, this bound ankle pose or butterfly pose. Soften the eyes or close the lids, whatever feels right to you. And just begin to notice the breath wherever it is, however it flows. Notice the effort of the breath. Notice the inhales and the exhales. Maybe one breath is more difficult than the other. For each person, there's a little bit of difference. And see if you can relax the breath, right? Not try so hard with this breath. But just let it soften, even let the belly relax a little bit more. And begin to feel the breath into the pit of the belly, into the ribs, and up into the heart center. And that might even sit you a little taller. And then feel the breath as it releases heart center, ribs, and down into the belly. And again, feel that breath, belly, ribs, heart center, and heart center, ribs, and belly. Good. One more breath like that. Inhale. And exhale. And then from here, move this breath into that breath of Ujjayi, this beautiful sort of ocean's breath, the vibrational breath. There's a slight narrowing into the back of the throat, kind of a lifting of the tongue, as if you're going to fog up a pane of glass. That breath, imagining, but with your lips closed, and begin to feel that breath in and out through the nose. Listen to the breath. Let it be audible. Let it be outside of yourself. With these home practices, we can really go a little bit deeper with maybe a pranayama like this, with that sound. That maybe when we were in a room full of people that we were more conscious about practicing and playing with. And in your home practice, maybe go a little bit louder with that breath. Really connecting to the sound, to the vibration, to the movement of the chest, of the lungs. Just 2 more rounds. Just find that evenness, this warming breath, this calming breath, this focusing breath. Beautiful. And then bring these hands together at your heart center, palms together, and lift the spine a little bit now that the hands are not cupped onto the shins, right? Take a breath. Inhale. Out through the mouth with that exhale. Inhale again. Out through the mouth with that exhale. And this time we'll inhale and come together for Om. Beautiful. Slide these hands from the knees down to the shins and then down to the ankles, and just rock a little bit side to side. So still working on that kind of open knee, that open hip. Just rock a little bit side to side. And you might find this is where you bring a block or two or prop in, placing your hands there. And just let some length come to your spine. That exhale, relaxing you. Good. A few more breaths here. Find the inhale kind of lengthening you. And the exhale settling you, feeling the outer hips, the inner hips, the spine, all the way up the spine, neck and shoulders. Good. One more breath. Beautiful. From here, draw the belly button in and just slide the hands back up, coming back up nice and tall. We're going to take these legs and just open them up a little bit wider so that diamond shape is not with the heels so tight to your body. And then from here, we're going to take this right hand, we're going to bring it to the inside of this right knee. And this left hand, we're just going to take it behind us a little bit. And as we gently kind of push that knee, that right knee away from us, we're just going to turn the torso a little bit to the left, kind of reaching over that left shoulder. And just feel you're kind of opening up that inner thigh. Notice where it goes in your body. Take another breath here. Open up that heart. Good. And then just slowly come back to center, placing that left hand onto the inner left knee, or kind of that thigh area. And that right hand comes behind you. Draw the belly in and up. Push gently into that inner knee and just take a little twist the other direction. Roll the shoulders. Open up that heart. Feel the breath. And again. Love it. And from here, just coming back through to center. We're going to cup these hands on the knees, and that last kind of flow in this space, in this Baddha Konasana or butterfly. We're going to take a nice inhale, lift the chest, roll the shoulders away from the ears, get that nice kind of arch into the lower back, and then around your spine behind you and tuck the chin. Let the knees kind of open and relax, but let there be activity into the feet. Take a breath, another breath, exhale back. And that's our movement. We're going to inhale, lift up, open up the heart, shoulders melt away from the ears, and exhale as we round. Good. Again, like that. Inhale, open up our hearts. And exhale, rounding back, just feeling the energy of the body beginning to connect. Let that mind draw in. One more round. Inhale opens us up. And that exhale rounds us back. Beautiful. Come back nice neutral. We're going to just take these legs and we're going to bring them into what's called a 90 and 90. So as we do, let me turn this way. We're going to take and slip one leg behind us and the other leg sort of at that 90 degree. So the hands, just to start, we want them to come behind our bodies. They can be up onto the fingertips, or you can always bring them up onto the blocks. We're going to lift the chest and open it up. And as we do, take that hip, that top hip, and just reach it forward a little bit as you lift the chest. Good. And then from here, let that top hip kind of sit back and round your chest in, just rolling in. You're going to get a nice stretch into the hip flexor. Good. And then again, just open up your chest and then draw your belly in and round in. Just connect to the hip. Feel that through the body. And again, lifting up, opening up that heart. And then exhale, just rounding in. Good. And then from here, just lift up. We're going to take these legs and we're just going to take them the opposite direction. So whatever it is for you. Good. Setting it up, that bottom leg sort of at the 90, but nothing forced. Find it for you. This is my really tight hip. So that leg for me is going to be a little bit more tucked in. Yeah, and then just find those hands, bring them behind you. Flex the feet a little bit. Take that first breath, that inhale, opening up the heart, shoulders, relax. Send that top hip forward a little bit. And then exhale, round in slowly, sitting back, feeling that hip flexor, that front of that hip. Good. 2 more like that. That inhale opens us up. And that exhale, tuck it in and round. That feels so good to me. Good. And again, like that, inhale opens us up. And that exhale, rounding back in, getting that nice stretch of the front of the hip. Good. And then slowly coming back up. We're going to take these knees and we're going to roll to. We're going to move to tabletop, hands and knees. Good. So as we find hands and knees, really spreading those fingers, getting the hands spread on your mat. And then from here, we're just going to take and come right into that cow, but keep the tops of the feet onto the earth to start. Take a nice inhale, lift the chest, that same kind of shape we found in our bound ankle pose. And then round as you tuck the chin under and the tail under. 2 more sequences like that. That inhale, opening up our chest, lifting our tail. And that exhale, rounding under as you tuck. Inhale as you lift up, lift the tail. And exhale, rounding under. Good. Now from here, coming back, hands and knees, tabletop position. Just find that balance. The knees might come a little bit more underneath you. We're going to take this right leg, reach it out behind us. And we're going to take and bend that right knee. And then we're going to take and lift that right foot up to the sky a little bit and lift the chin a little bit. And then just come back neutral. Good. Lift again. Just the chin ever so slightly. Get that stretch into the front of the body. Working the glute a little bit. Knee comes back to the same level as your spine. And again, lifting up. Feel that effort there. Good. And then come back. Good. From here, just stay a little bit more. We're going to take circles one direction of this hip. Good. One more circle, really stabilize through the arms and the core, and then switch head the other way. Good. One more circle. Beautiful. Take that leg behind you, curl the toes under, and sit back towards the heel. And I always offer, you can bring the forearms down here if your arms are getting a little bit tired, and just sit back, get that nice energy up the back of the leg, the calf, the hamstring. One more breath. Good. Slide the hands back onto the earth. If you went down to your forearms, take this right knee, draw it back in. We're going to take this left leg, reach it out behind us. Long spine, long neck. Bend that left knee, flex the foot. And then from here, kind of push up to the ceiling. Lift the head just a little bit. and then back down. 2 more like that, really working the glutes, and back down. 1 more, lifting, and back down. Good, and then just staying here, right? We're gonna just take and make those small circles that might get a little larger. 1 direction, balance, stabilize through the core, through the hips. Good, switch direction, building a little heat here. Good, really nice. Now, from here, take that leg long, reach it back. Curl the toes under and sit back, get that nice stretch into the leg. And again, you can always bring these forearms down. Taking a few breaths here. And again. Feels good. And then from here, bring the knee down, and we're going to take and slide into child's pose. Knees come wide, toes come together, and just slide back. And you can always place a blanket, a pillow, a towel, all the same thing behind the knees if you'd like to get a little support there. Breathing in and breathing out. This first child's pose. Opening up the sides of the body, the spine, letting the head melt down towards the earth, rocking a little bit side to side, if that feels good to you. 1 more breath. Good. Now, from here, we're going to take this right arm, we're just going to slide it under the left, very gently. So I just want you to take a little bit of a twist here. Maybe bring that right shoulder down towards the earth. And then just take the gaze kind of under your left arm and just sit back a little bit. Your head might rest down onto the earth. And just breathe into the back of the body. Opening up the backs of the shoulders, the shoulder blades. One more breath. Beautiful. Lift the belly button in and up. Slide that left hand down. And just bring this right hand back. And we're back to the tabletop before we come to the other side. Just balancing out. We're going to take that cat-cow, starting with the cow, but this time curl the toes under. Keep the toes curled under and round into your cat. Good. Again, like that. Inhale, open up that heart. And exhale, rounding into your spine. Good. Find that cow. Keep the toes curled under. And then from here, just sit back again. But this time, just getting that stretch into the feet. So we're kind of heading towards that child's pose, but not going so deep as you kind of pedal through, opening up the toes. If you have the space, you can always sit up onto your heels. That's really up to you. It intensifies it a little bit. I'm going to stay in the more gentle version. And just 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. And then just slowly coming up or bringing the hands down. If you were sitting up, release the toes and just circle these ankles. 1 direction. Good. They can be the opposite direction. That's easier. Lift the belly and then circle the other direction. Good. Now, bring the tops of the feet back down. Slide back to your child's pose. Knees can come a little bit wider. Arms can kind of draw down the mat as you open up the whole side of the body. Take your breath there. 2 more. 1 more breath. And then from here, just soft. It doesn't have to be big. Slide that left arm slightly underneath your chest. Palm can face up. And then just sit back into it. So just maybe that head melts to the earth. Maybe it doesn't. This is my shoulder that's really tight, has a little injury in it, so I just don't want to go so deep. So just want to keep it massaged, keep it open, but it just doesn't have the same mobility as the other side. So just work with it. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And then slowly sliding this left hand out and right hand comes back. We slide back up to that tabletop, that hands and knees. Just move into 1 round of that cow and cat, curling the toes if you like. And exhaling, rounding into that cat. Should feel good. Now, from here in this tabletop, toes curled under or not, it's really up to you. We're going to take and make some neck circles, but kind of leading with our nose. So we're going to just take and begin to make some circles. Doesn't matter which direction. Just kind of slowly observe this movement. Don't overdo, especially as you lift your nose, your chin. And as you kind of relax into it, see if you can begin to, as you lift your nose, move into a little bit of that cow back with the tail lifting. And then as you bring your nose back down, see if you can move a little bit into that cat back. That's our movement. Inhale, lift the nose, move towards that cow back. Exhale, round into that cat. 1 more time, this direction. Rounding back. Good. Now, in this cat pose, just bring your spine long again, right? So neutral spine. And we're going to just start first by just circling the nose the opposite direction. So whatever that is for you. Feeling that movement of the nose, where it is in the body, keeping that neck safe. And then when you're ready, next time you begin to lift your nose, again, opposite direction, but moving into that cow pose. And as your nose begins to dip, round into that cat. That's our movement. Inhale, lift towards the cow as your nose lifts. And exhale, round into the cat. 1 more time. Inhale. Good. And then rounding as you exhale. Good. Stay into that cat here, reaching out of the back of the body. And then come back, nice neutral spine. We're going to take and bring these forearms now down onto the earth. So as we do that, just to make sure that the elbows are underneath the shoulders. You can always interlace your hands too. I want you to keep a nice long neck here. We're going to take that right leg, again, bring it out behind us with the toes curled under, drawing the belly in. And we're going to take that right leg and we're going to lift it off the earth. So we're getting that nice length into the spine. And then we're going to bend that right knee again. But this time, we're going to just take that knee kind of out to the side and back, straightening it. Good. Now that's our movement out to the side, drawing the belly in and back. So we're going to do 5 more or do as many as feels right to you. Draw the belly in, right knee kind of towards that right shoulder and back. Good. 2 more. Stay stable in the hips. And back. Good. 1 more. Drawing that knee in. Good. And back. Take that leg along. And just pause. Lift the chest a little bit. Lift the leg a little bit. And now bring that knee back down. And just slide into your child's pose. Let all the muscles relax. Knees can come wider if you like. And just feel the heat in your body. Don't overdo any of these poses, right? We want you to put that effort in for sure, but also just feel the sweetness as you warm this body up. Good. Nice. One more breath in that child. And then from here, coming to the other side, we're just going to come up towards that tabletop, but then bring the forearms down, elbows underneath the shoulders, and you might interlace the hands. And then we're going to take this left leg back behind us, get some length. We're going to just start first by bending that knee, just finding this movement, taking that left knee, kind of drawing it in towards that left shoulder. And then here's our movement. Take it back, inhale, and draw it in a little bit out to the side as you exhale. And again, lengthen, and draw the belly in, exhale. Try not to collapse into that right hip. Two more. Inhale, takes us long. And exhale, draw it in. One more. Inhale, takes us long. And exhale, draw that knee in. Beautiful. Now pause. Take that leg long and lift the chest a little bit. Lift that leg. Beautiful. Knee comes down and slide. Last time to that child's pose. Let the arms kind of reach out in front. Find that extra reach in this child. Palms down. Use the mat to kind of help you get more length as you sit back towards the heels. Good. One more breath. Love it. Come up to tabletop, hands and knees. From here, we're going to curl the toes under. We're going to move into a downward dog. And if downward dog is not your thing, you can come into child or puppy dog, or you can always maybe take your forearms down for a downward dog. Whatever it is, you don't have to always do all of the poses. If you are taking that downward dog, just keep it movable, really feeling those fingers spreading. You can bend the knees and just pedal as you bend one knee and the other. And just let that head relax so that the head is kind of reaching between the arms. You're pushing through the shoulders, right? Not getting stuck there. Little external rotation at the shoulders as the sit bones reach behind you. Good. One more breath here. Exhale down into the heels. We're going to walk the hands back. You can come up if you're in that child's pose and find your way to the back of your mat and bring the feet a little bit wider again. And then take a nice inhale first. Hands come to the shins or the thighs, that half lift, that long spine. And then melt into this forward fold. Again, feet are a little wider. And just let yourself rock slightly side to side. Hands can drape to the earth, opposite elbows. I'm just choosing to put mine kind of on my legs. Good. One more breath here. Should feel really nice and sweet. Good. And then from here, soften the knees a little bit. We're going to take these arms, let them drape, or you can always take opposite elbows and draw the belly button in, the inner thighs. Let the head be really heavy and roll yourself up. Nice. And at the top of that roll up, sweep the arms up to the sky. Take the gaze up as well. And then draw the hands down to your heart center. Keep these feet wide here. And as you do, just get a little energy from the earth to the inner thighs. Right? We're going to take these arms and we're going to sweep them up again, reaching them up to the sky. And we're going to take the right hand onto that left wrist. And as you reach nice and long, take this over to the right. Get that nice stretch into the side body. Feels good. Good. And again. Coming back through, switching that, taking the left hand onto the right wrist, reach it up and over. Feel the breath, lift the belly button in and up. One more breath. Beautiful. Take these arms back up to the sky, nice and long. We're going to take and bring them out to a T. And we're going to take and cross, doesn't matter which arm, one arm over the other. And we're going to take and kind of cup onto our shoulders. Take a breath here and inhale, lifting our chest up. And the exhale, we're going to just round in. We're not rounding into the knees. We're just rounding in. So breathing into the back of the body again, opening up those shoulder blades. One more breath there before we move again. We're going to do this one breath. Inhale, open up that chest. Keep the hands onto the shoulders. Exhale, just round in, lift the pelvic floor. And again, inhale, open up. Exhale, round in, really lifting the core. We're going to take an inhale, open up these arms to the T, and then switch, bringing the opposite arm of what you had, crossing the arms, take a nice inhale, open up. Exhale, draw the belly in and just round the neck and shoulders. Pause there for a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now moving one breath for two. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lift the belly, tuck in. One more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, rounding in. Beautiful. From here, unravel. Take these arms out to that T, and then take them up to the sky. Get some nice big reach. Soften the knees and fold forward. Feet are still wide. Uttanasana. So keeping those feet wide, we're going to turn the toes out just a little bit. And we're going to sit into this first kind of malasana, but bring the hands onto the tops of the knees and just rock a little bit side to side. You can sit up a little bit, feel the pelvic floor, but just keep it a little easeful. One more breath, and working the legs. And now we're going to take this right hand to the inside of that right leg. We're just going to push into it and take a little twist to the left or a little opening. Good. And then release opposite. Take that left hand to the inside of that right leg. Good. And then release. There it is. Take a nice inhale and fold forward on the exhale. Straightening out those legs and turning the toes forward again. Inhale and exhale. Good. Heel toe the feet back underneath you a little bit more. And walk yourself back out, finding that downward dog. Or sliding right into that child or puppy dog. And we're going to take 3 breaths here wherever you are. Try not to lock into the body. Try not to lock into the mind. One more breath. Love it. From here, take a nice inhale. If you're in that dog, bring these knees down onto the earth. We're all going to move into that tabletop position. Good. From here, we're going to take this right leg and we're going to bring it forward between our hands. And this is where those props come in. Yeah. So just bring them either side of the foot if you have them. And then just lean in for a second. Just get a little bit of space into the front of that left hip. Again, that's psoas. Yeah, open up the heart, relax the shoulders. One more breath. Perfect. Gaze out in front. We're going to take these hands. We're going to slide them up to the top of this right knee. And we're going to lift our chest up, right? Focus the eyes out in front. Take those shoulders down the back of the body as you open up the heart. Find your breath here. And again. Now, tuck that tail under a little bit, lifting that pubic bone. You're going to feel again that psoas, that kind of front of the hip. From here, take the arms, sweep them up to the sky. Focus. Breathing, exhaling out. So important to exhale. Good. One more breath. Perfect. From here, we're going to take these hands. We're going to reach them really long out in front of us. Reach nice and long. Good. And then bring them down onto those props or the earth. And then extend this right leg long. Nice little fluid motion there. Good. We're going to bring that right foot back down onto the earth. And we're going to take these arms long and come back up. Good. And then again, we're going to brush out in front of us. Reaching long, hands come down, finding those blocks. And then just slide into that extended leg. Remember to exhale. One more time. You don't have to do it if it feels too much. Take your time. Lifting up nice and slow. No rush. Brush out in front. Hands come down onto the earth or those props. Extend that leg long. Now, pause into this extension. Take a few breaths. You can notice my leg. It's not locked straight. Really just taking some time to open up my hamstring. One more breath. Beautiful. From here, that right foot is going to come back down onto the earth. I'm just going to show it a little bit more on an angle. And we're going to take and bring it a little bit wider. So from here, take that right hand to the inside or on top of that knee, that left hand on the earth or those props. The props are really sweet right now. And just push into the inner side of that right knee and just open the chest a little bit. Similar shape we've been taking. We started a little bit. Just be gentle. One more breath. Don't overdo. Perfect. And then slowly that right foot comes back down. Hands come back to the earth, both hands. And you can step back, finding a downward dog, or you can come into that child. Whatever it is, make it yours. I'm taking 3 breaths here. Downward dog, child's pose, puppy dog, whatever feels right. Cat, cow. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And then if you're in that downward dog, you can step your left foot forward from there, or all of us, knees down, tabletop position, and just setting up, taking that left foot forward. I'm just showing on a little bit more of this angle here. And then just lean in a little bit. Just feel the front right hip. Feel the space open. Neck is long. Shoulders are long. And just breathe. 1 more breath. Good. Gaze out in front. We're going to just lift the pelvic floor, that core, plant into these feet, and then slide the hands up to the top of that left knee. And just sit back a little bit. So you might bring that left foot forward a little bit and just pause. Let the shoulders melt down the back of the body. Let that heart open and breathe. Good. Just find that balance. Find that nice breath, that focus as we focus our mind, not letting it run wild on us. Now, slowly take these arms, reach them up to the sky. Exhale as you arrive, just opening up that heart. 1 more breath there. Beautiful. And then we're going to do that nice little movement. Inhale. Take the palms, begin to reach them out in front. Get that nice length, lots of core and leg. Hands come down to your props and slide that left leg long. Beautiful. We're going to come back. Left foot comes back down into the earth. Arms sweep up. Nice and slow. Open the heart. And then, again, draw the belly in, reach the fingertips out in front, hands come down to the blocks. Exhale, extend. Good. 1 more if you like. Left foot back to the earth, arms sweep up. Open the heart, and then reach out in front, brush out in front. Hands come back down to the props of the earth, and slide back here. I'm just taking 3 breaths here. Inhales and exhales. And again, inhale and exhale. One more breath. Beautiful. From here, we're going to slide that left foot back down onto the earth. But this time, we're going to walk the blocks around to the right. And we're going to lift that right leg and come into this wide stance. So however you want to do it. Good. And then with the props, if you're using them, you can keep your hands on them. We're going to just take and turn the left toes out a little bit. Walk the hands over and just get that nice stretch into the inner thigh, that inner leg. Take a breath, inhale, and an exhale. Good, one more breath. And that exhale. Good, now slowly, we're gonna walk the blocks back to center. We're going to turn the toes on that left foot back in and turn the right toes out. Walk the blocks or hands over. Just get that nice stretch into the inside of that right thigh. Right knee tracking over right toes. One more breath. Perfect. Now, from here, we're going to take these blocks. We're going to keep walking them. So we're coming back to where we started. Yeah, knee can be lifted still. And then from here, if it's all right, take one big step or take a few little steps. Come forward, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Just pause there, let the body open up. The back of the body, feet can be a little closer together. Inhales and exhales. One more breath. Perfect. And then from here, soften the knees, take the arms, reach them all the way out to the side. Open up that heart at the top. And hands come to your heart center as you bow in. Pausing there. Again, just reconnect to the body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Take a nice inhale. Sweep these arms up to the sky. Get that nice big reach. Soften the knees, and we're going to fold forward again. Find those props so those hands can be on the props either side of your feet. We're going to take this right leg and we're going to step it back. And we're going to bring that right heel down onto the earth. That warrior one footing. So the toes on that right foot are at about 2 o'clock. Get that length into the spine. And then from here, hands slide to that left knee. Push to lift up. Good, and just follow. Let the arms reach and follow. Find that warrior one. Good, that right hip rolling into neutral, a little bit forward. Nice space into the back of the calf. Focus your gaze out in front. And again, find the breath. Working the legs, working the ankles, working our focus. One more breath. Good. Now here, we're going to take that little movement we did with the lunge, but we're only going to do it once. We're going to take a nice inhale, reach up. We're going to turn the palms out in front, push from the back foot to get length. Reach, reach, reach. Beautiful. Hands come down to the earth or those blocks. And we're going to extend that left leg. Good. Take your breath there. Inhales. And exhales. You can always step that right foot a little bit more in. Good. One more breath. Beautiful. Now, we're going to take that right foot and we're going to step it a little closer in, right? So the toes are facing in the same direction. Hands can be on the props. I'm going to just keep them off to show you. We're going to take a nice inhale. We're just going to bend that front knee a little bit. And then with the exhale, we're going to sit back and lift the toes on that front foot. Good. Bring the front foot back down. And then sit back, lift the toes. You might bend that right knee a little bit. Good, that's our movement. Coming 3 more times. Foot comes back down, and then sit back, bending the right knee. A little bit of that hamstring stretch. I did this with George Corso from Forza this morning. Such a great hamstring stretch. Sit back, lift the toes. 1 more time, but who's counting? Straighten the legs, and then draw the belly in, sit back and lift the toes. Love it. Now, bring that left foot back and step that right foot forward. So we're back into that standing forward fold. Take a half lift. Yeah, long spine, and then melt. Yeah, beginning to feel the legs open up a little bit more. And then 1 more. We're going to take and step that left foot back nice and long. And so these props are right underneath your shoulders. We're going to take this left heel, bring it down onto the earth, toes at about 10 o'clock. Get some energy from that back foot, beginning to lengthen your spine. Hand slide to that right knee, and just lift your chest up. Good, yeah. Pause there, find the balance. And then sweep the arms up to the sky. So that left hip rolls forward a little bit. Yeah, that kind of balance of the hips, nothing's forced. Heart is open. 1 more breath, just working the strength of the legs. Good. Take a nice inhale. Here we go for that movement. Exhale, begin to reach from the back foot forward, extra length. Hands come down onto the earth or those props, and then just extend that front leg. Take a breath, inhale, and then exhale. 2 more. Right sit bone rolling back, left hip rolling forward. 1 more breath. Good, and then just taking a little bit deeper, different. We're going to step that left foot in just a little bit more. I'm going to slide these blocks so you can see. So a little bit more of a tighter stance. Get that right sit bone reaching behind. We're going to just bend that right knee a little bit just to start, get that length. And then from here, we're going to extend that right leg, lift the right toes, sit and bend that left knee a little bit. Good. So here we go. We're going to bring that right foot down. Leg can stay straight now. And then sit back, lift the right toes, bend the left knee. Hello, hamstring. Good. And again, foot comes down, legs are long. Good. Sit back, lift the right toes, bend the left knee. 2 more, I think, if I'm counting right. Good. Sit back, lift the toes. Don't overdo. 1 more. Good. Sit back, lift the toes. Don't force. Yes, the right foot comes down. And then step that left foot forward. Slide to that half lift, long spine. Melt into the forward fold. And from here, we're going to make our way back down, stepping back, maybe to that downward facing dog, or coming right into that child's pose. Whatever it is for you, if you'd like to take a little flow here, you can. Plank, knees down, lower chest and chin. And slide to a cobra. Pushing back out, and maybe just sliding into that child's pose. Feel the breath. Two more breaths here. One more breath, just let yourself go. And then coming back through, making our way down onto our backs, yeah? No rush, no particular way. Feels good. And as you find your way onto your back, soles of the feet onto the earth. Yeah, and let the ankles be somewhat under the knees. Let the length of the neck be long. We're going to take and draw this right leg into our chest, giving it a hug. And then we're going to cross that right ankle over that left knee. And that right hand's going to come onto that right knee and just kind of push it away. So again, we're kind of opening up the hip flexors. That left hand can always be out alongside or down alongside your body. A little more challenging alongside. Now, from here, we're going to take and lift the hips up and open up the front. So as you do, that hip opens, that right hip, the front left hip. Take a breath, inhale. Beautiful. Lower down. We're only doing that once with the exhale. Perfect. Draw the hands, maybe come behind that left knee, and you come in for this number 4. You can also keep that left foot down onto the earth. So whatever feels right. Take your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Nice stretch of that hip. Relax the shoulders. One more breath. Really good stretch. And then from here, that left foot will come down onto the earth. And I'm going to give 2 options for these twists. We can take and cross the right leg over, so you kind of have that ladies cross, right? Or you can keep the knees stacked. We're all going to take the knees over to the left. So I'm going to just do the crossed version. And as we begin to take the knees over to the left, you might find you just shimmy, lift up, and take the hips slightly over to the right. Yeah? Left hand finds that outer thigh, and maybe that right arm opens up. Nice, sweet twist. Breathing into the heart center. Relaxing the mind. Taking 3 breaths here. See if you can just listen to the breath, that Ujjayi breath. One more breath. Perfect. And then ever so slowly, just coming back through to center. Taking this right leg, bringing it down alongside the left, and just gentle windshield wipers here. And then taking this left leg, we're going to draw it into our chest. Just give it a little hug for a moment. And then cross that left ankle over that right knee. And that right foot underneath that right ankle. So find that space. And the hands, we can take that right hand, bring it down to the earth or out to a T. We're going to start just taking that left hand to the inside of that left knee and opening it up a little bit. Take your breath. One more breath. Good. Now, from here, we're going to take and lift up. So again, as we lift up, lift the belly, feel this left knee kind of opening away as you open up the front of the hip. That right hand can be down alongside your body or even out to a T, taking it a little more challenging. Good. One more breath here. We're only doing it once. Beautiful. And then slowly rolling back down. Good. Hands come behind that right leg as you draw the knees in, or keep that right foot on the earth and just feel what's right for you. Taking 3 breaths here. 2. And 1. Perfect. Bring that right foot back down to the earth. And here's those options for the twist. You might take right knee over left, getting that nice tight cross. Or you might have the knees side by side, right? So just begin to take the knees for all of us over to the right. You might shift the hips slightly to the left. That right hand can kind of guide the knees over, and that left hand opening out to a T. And let go here. Just really notice the thoughts. See if you can just stay with this for 3 breaths. 2. Beautiful. Last breath. And then bringing the knees back in. Letting the legs uncross. If they're crossed, both feet onto the earth. And just a nice gentle rock side to side. Good. Nice. Bring the knees back to center. You might just lift your lower back up a little bit and then lower it down, extending that spine. And you can always slide that blanket or a bolster behind the knees and just take the legs long. Far corners of the mat. Let the hips roll out, let the knees and ankles roll out. Take a breath. Inhale. And just release into your body as you exhale. Just letting go, taking just a minute or so here to just pause into how your body feels. Releasing all that goodness into your body, into the earth, letting it be a part of you, releasing any negative thoughts. Just breathe, let go, connect to yourself, this earth. You might stay here a little longer if you like. You might slide the knees in, soles of the feet onto the earth, and just roll over to your side into that fetal position and just wrap yourself up, right? Just like we did earlier. Take a breath. Find that space, that gratitude, that thanks for your practice for this day. And then just slowly lifting yourself up. Finding your seat, whatever that is for you. And just feel your body. Take a nice inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you release into it. Bring your palms to your heart center and just bow into your body, bow into your heart. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale out through your mouth. And inhale for Om. Thank you so much, yogis. Namaste. Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much. And I'll see you soon. I'm going to be putting the weekend schedule out, so keep an eye. And again, any requests, anything that you think might be good for me to be teaching or offering, I'm so interested. Again, this is all new territory for all of us teachers, all of us studios. So just communicate. All right. Love you all. Bye.